We stayed at Colt Creek State Park in Lakeland, Florida. The restrooms were very nice and had a great shower with lots of pressure. The sites were spacious and had electric and water hookup, but no sewer. And this is our space. These are the tent sites with parking out front. Everything was nice and clean and taken care of. Down the road in another area they had equestrian camping. This is the second area for equestrian camping. You can see the restrooms, and they have hitching rails that you can see in the background. The park had lots of meadows with trees in the background. It was not heavily forested and seemed to be a lot of new growth. It had a great trail system that I could not take advantage of with my fractured foot. The Red Loop is 8 miles for horses, bikes, and hikers. Here is one of the trails, nice wide trail, open meadow with trees in the background. We are still in gator country. I've been working on my bird identification, and I think this is a juvenile blue heron with its bluish beak. The park had 2 lakes. I only had time to stop by this one. It has a nice pier, gazebo in the background, and a pavilion. It's a very nice looking pavilion, and you can rent it, and it has restrooms at the end. There are alligator warnings at the lakefront. There are 2 more pavilions down behind the gazebo and another one at the other small lake. Since I couldn't hike the trails at Colt Creek, I took a 2-hour drive to Blue Springs State Park. Here I jumped on a 2-hour St. John River cruise. The park also offered kayak rentals. The day had become very brisk and it was a cool 55 degrees. It was exciting to spot these 2 great blue herons in their nest. The tour was 2 hours, and we spent about half of it heading for historic DeBerry, where we saw the Swamp House restaurant. Not that exciting for our very cool ride. On the way back, we went nature hunting through the swamp, where I saw my first ibis up close, and my first limpkins. We also saw a few alligators, but after being at Big Cypress, they were not that impressive. This is a wood stork flying in, and a great egret, an ibis, and a wood stork all together. There were many trees full of ibises. And this looks like a snowy egret with its yellow beak, and a young blue heron with its blue beak. And finally we had a turtle spotting. After touring the St. Johns River, I strolled the boardwalk along Blue Springs Run, the highlight of the park. The spring is a winter sanctuary for manatees and closed to human use from November to March. The spring maintains a natural temperature of about 72 degrees, which is great for manatees. They suffer from cold if the temperature is below 68. This manatee has a satellite tracking buoy to help track its movements. Today, the manatee count in the spring was 35, but there can be over 700. There are also lots of fish visible in the spring. Well, that's it for this post. See you next time.